African Starter House. Hello and welcome to this Minecraft 1.13 Let's Play from the Diamond Society. Yeah, today we're going to build an African Starter House, guys. That is right, I have sat down and I've come up with a new style and we're gonna apply it here on the Diamond Society. African Starter House, the African style. Okay, and what's African about it, you ask? Well, it's based on various medieval and earlier African houses, African architecture, okay? It's not going to be completely historically accurate, and plus, of course, it's Minecraft, so there are some simplifications and things like that. But it's the ideas come from Africa. It's basically African houses, African architecture in this series for me. And I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the house, once I built it, that is. So we're going to start today with the starter house. It's going to be like a hut. But we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later here. For now I'm just gathering wood, because the main block here for today, the main block is oak planks. And that is because there isn't really a good thatch option in Minecraft, right? And so we're going to simulate thatch with the help of oak wood. And that's going to be throughout the season here on the Diamond Society. We're going to do thatch. As soon as we do thatch, it's going to be oak. And I think that means as well that the only thing I can use oak wood for, oak planks for, is thatch. So it's going to have to be like kind of exclusive, because otherwise we kind of break the illusion if suddenly it's wood or something like that. So why are we here, guys? Well, the Diamond Society is an SMP full of magnificent builders, and I need inspiration, guys. That's why I thought it was a good idea to start this little SMP series for you. And the best way to get inspiration, guys, that is from other builders. And that's what I'm here to do. Because you know what? 1.14, that's going to be quite a build-heavy update. I'm going to enjoy using all the new stairs and slabs and walls and things like that. But I need to get back in the groove of building really cool, innovative things. Starting with this African starter house. Alright guys, I think I have enough wood. I have a couple of stacks here. And so we're going to go over to where I think we're going to have our base. Now the thing is, I want to show you this map that is on the screen now. And just to sort of give you an idea of what sort of server this is, and also where we're at and all the things like that. So as you can see, the suns on this map, they are largely based on historical things. And that's why I chose the African theme, because that sort of fits well in here, and it's interesting style basically. And we are currently north of everything here. We're basically north of the Egypt zone, and this here is Griffith's base, and it's right on the edge of where we're gonna be. Now he said though that he doesn't actually plan to expand this base any further. So hopefully we'll be alright. Otherwise we'll have to have some sort of border dispute here, I suppose. Over here, the savannah continues and expands that way. And this is roughly where we're going to build. We're going to have these hills here. There's going to be things on them. And yeah, what is it that we're going to build, guys? Well, we are going to build, first of all, our starter house, right? That's something we're going to do today. Now, after that, we're going to expand that into a starter village. And after that, we're going to go up on one of these hills here and build a remote African-style monastery. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. That's when the style is really going to start coming to its right. And then, once we're done with that, guys, we're going to start looking at... You know what? There's more than one of these pyramids. I am sure of it. There has to be more than one of these pyramids. I am so confused now. Anyway, guys, after that, we're going to actually build a very large city. Inspired by Timbuktu. Not the Swedish artist, but the ancient African city. Alright, guys, so we're gonna have the entrance to our area somewhere around here by the river, I think. And then there's gonna be like a trail going here, past this here starter house that we're building here, and this is like the area that I've thought that we're going to use. And so this is going to be like an inner yard with some sort of primitive and worn down wall. Okay, so we're going to have this is going to be part of it, acacia wood, or acacia logs, we can't show the orange bit much. So we're gonna have to be sneaky and hide it and stuff like that. But this is the area anyway, so let's see. And then inside of here, the entrance might be here on the diagonal maybe. I'm assuming then that the hut should be here in this corner here. I think just something like this. Oh yeah, and this is the middle. So the hut goes out to the middle. What? And yeah, something like this. So the outer circle is a diameter of 19, and the inner circle here, that is going to be the hut, is a diameter of 11, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 maybe. Maybe that's a little bit small. So the most important thing with this starter house is the shape of it, and so that's what we need to get right first here. And as you can see, I have some slabs and stairs and fences, and they're going to be important. But first of all, we need to sort of just get the shape right. It's going to start like this, I reckon. Then an upside down stair there maybe. Slab. Slab. Where's the middle? Middle is one more block in. So then we're going to have stair here. Block. And a fence. Alright. Maybe 2 fences even. So how does that look? Is that a good shape? Ugh, that sheep scared me. I reckon that's a good shape. Okay, so then we need to do this on all sides, of course. But yeah, it's going to be tricky in the corners. So we're going to have to get back to that in a minute. And I'll tell you a little bit about these huts as well while I'm building here a little bit. The hut that I'm basing this on is something I've seen from Chad. Okay? And so this is actually something that exists even today, really. Although it's mainly used as like a temporary, like almost a tent, you know, if I understand it correctly. And it's existed forever. And actually, if you look at this has many similarities with old Scottish houses, for instance, or Celtish houses and things like that. It's just like an archetypical house built in the Iron Age and even before, probably in the Stone Ages and things like that. You don't need a terrible amount of tools to sort these houses out. That's the key, right? You can basically just do it with something sharp, so you can get your thatch, and then you just need to shape it into a round shape. And in this case, they've made the funny roof here, right? But in the case of European houses, they were usually with like distinct walls and then a distinct roof, but all still made out of thatch, right? So that's the general. Now I'm stuck. I'm guessing we're gonna have an exit here, maybe. So let's do that. That's the general idea of these houses anyway, that they are super basic and super simple to set up for whoever is setting them up. And they are also, you can fix them quite easily. You can just add and mend and stuff like that if needed. So at the moment it looks kind of plain, you might say, so that's what we need to fix next. We have sort of the basic shape done, but it's all the same material. And I know I said it was going to be thatch and all that stuff, but we still have to fine-tune it, you know what I mean? We have to get the shape absolutely right and things like that, you know? And it just, you know, you can't have a house in Minecraft with just one material. It just looks weird. What I've started doing here is I've started experimenting a little bit with trapdoors up here. And so basically trapdoors in the middle here. That'll let in some light as well. And, you know, a lot of these houses would have been not completely sealed units, you know? There would have been quite a lot of, you know, airflow, you might say, draft, things like that. So that's the rationale here. Then, as you can see, I've started replacing some whole blocks here with fences. It's still all the same material, but it all adds up to some sort of really interesting shape anyway, even if the actual texture itself still is bland here. And as you can see, we don't have exactly little space on the inside. It's quite nice in here, actually. I'm thinking, though, we could potentially... let's see if we can do this. We could potentially take these away. That'll leave it really open, you know? And it'll give us a lot more space as well. So let's try and do that. So maybe like that. Yeah, that's not too shabby, right? Now I kind of like this. Now what we could also do is we could say, well, some of this is tighter than other things, other bits. That's what we can say. So we could say that this one, for instance. Now that looks a bit weird. We'll do the other way around. Other way around. So all of this in the name of creating interest in the build, even though it's super simple. Now we absolutely need to have interest in the build, because otherwise it's just gonna fail straight away, right? And I'm wondering now if I can remove this as well. Not mucking things up too much. I think that mucked things up. Yes, it did. But we could go something like that, actually. You know what? That's not too shabby. But this here then has to be facing inwards. Okay, I'm happy with the shape, especially actually on the inside. Look at this. This looks nice. Actually, it does look really nice, even though it's super, super simple. Now, just to avoid any sort of accidents here, let's place down the torch. Now for the detailing. Okay, so I think parts of this has gotten old. That's what I think. Actually, you know what? That's not right. That's not right. Parts of this has gotten old. So this is old thatch. Yeah. And we just do it randomly. However, because it's a log, we have to do it where there's whole blocks. So we're kind of limited in exactly what we can do here. But we can do some of this here. And we don't want too much of it, really. But we'll do this. Oh no. I'm stuck again. We'll do this bit from the inside later on. And here, maybe. This bit. That. Oh, wrong material. Wrong material, V. Wrong material. Okay, so that's a tiny little start. Now, there's another thing as well that we can try. And that is some spruce. And the reason we can try spruce is because a lot of these huts had like a cover of some sort of other material, like in a board around the front, or around the base of them. And I don't know what this is going to look like, but we'll try some here. And so what we could do is we could just say that, well, this here, unless it's worn down, it's going to be spruce, just in a stripe. But we'll leave this one because that is worn down, and so the board has also been worn off. Something like that. Yeah, so now this part looks good, but this part up here is now a little bit plain. So now we have to go up and see what we can do, if anything, really, here. So let's see, this is a full block. So what we could do, potentially, is we could take this and replace it with a log in some places. But there isn't too much else we can do with the roof, I don't think. And also that does make it look a little bit weird on the inside here. But yeah, I think we can live with that. Yeah, we can live with that. Now, there's one more thing. Banners. I'm a little bit short of wool, but this is a start anyway. So, fabric, right? Fabric is going to be super important in the African theme. We're going to have like pretty plain looking builds maybe in some cases, because they're built from materials that are natural in the area, such as sandstone or something like that, right? But then there's going to be like mad dashes of color with wool or banners or things like that. And in this case, this feels good. This feels like a really good African starter house, guys. Now, we need to do something with this yard as well, don't we? We need to, first of all, we were going to have an exit here, we said. So that's where we're going to have it. And probably take away a little bit of this dirt here. And then we need to raise the wall a little bit, and we need to make it a lot more interesting than it actually is at the moment. I'm hoping we can actually sort of heighten the house with the help of the wall as well. And then we need to do something with the interior here as well. Alright guys, I think we're sort of getting somewhere here with this. I've been working a little bit here with the wall here, and I've been doing a little bit of a path here, just a hint of a path really, because I don't have any coarse dirt or anything like that yet. So it's, you know what, this is super primitive materials, but that's the whole idea. It's a super primitive house in some ways, even though I'm sure you can actually live quite comfortably in one of these things. So yeah, here's the inside. We're gonna have some more banners for later, of course, but for now this is the inside. I need to figure out what to do with the door. If you have any suggestions, because I don't just want the door, guys. I don't want a door, in point of fact. So what can I do with the doorway? Leave a comment. I'm gonna work a bit more with grass. If I get some bone meal, we can make some tall grass here as well and things like that. I haven't done anything with this section because we're gonna have some sort of little shed here as well. And yeah, let's have a look from a little bit of a distance. I think it's looking actually quite good. I'm quite pleased. Very super simple material, very super simple shape and build, but you know, great effect. What makes it pop is the banners, and the mix of woods in the actual woods and blocks. Yeah, in the actual house. Looks pretty darn snazzy, especially from a distance. And it doesn't matter that there's a bit of orange. Now, in hindsight, I could have made the banner orange and green instead. That might have been better and tied in with the acacia, but that's something we can change maybe later. From up here, it kind of looks like a typical Minecraft house, which I'm not too happy with, to be honest. But from down here, I really like it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching episode 1 of the Diamond Society, where we made a African starter house. Stay tuned for more, and remember, guys, as always, check out the Lionheart server, where I do a lot of amazing redstone builds and normal builds. Check out my tutorials, check out all the things on the channel, and leave me a comment, leave a like, and all that sort of stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye!